I'm Major Andrew Senzer. My first name spelled Andrew, last name Senzer. I'm the Major and Commander of the Zone 2 Precinct. So at approximately 6 p.m. this evening, early investigation indicates that we had two groups of motorists occupying two different vehicles. These two groups engaged in a dispute over a parking space. At some point in time, these groups went into the mall and then reconvened later in the parking lot where the confrontation escalated. At some point in time, one of the suspects produced a handgun and shot the victim in the head. The victim is deceased. He's approximately a 25-year-old male. We have one suspect detained, and we're looking for approximately 3 other suspects.
Why are you looking for other suspects if only one person had the gun and shot someone?
Well, at the time, 3 other individuals fled the scene. So we're looking to detain those individuals to see their involvement in the dispute.
How many people were in each car?
We believe we had 4 individuals that were, including the suspect, that were in one vehicle, and the victim and female individual in the second vehicle.
And so go back a little bit for us, Major, if you can. So they got into an argument over this parking spot. Then they go into the mall. And do they continue the argument in the mall, or do they make their separate ways? And then when they're coming back out, they get into another argument. Tell me how that works.
Yeah, we're not exactly sure if the confrontation continued inside the mall, but we do know that they reconvened outside in the parking lot at some point in time later. And at that point, it escalated into gunfire.
Was the victim armed at all?
We don't know at this point in time.
How many shots were fired?
We believe the victim was shot twice.
Both in the head?
Yes.
Were there witnesses?
We do have some witnesses detained. Like I said, this is very early on in the investigation. Homicide units on scene. They're interviewing all parties. We're reviewing video camera footage to try and get information on other suspects or other individuals that we may be interested in speaking with regarding this incident.
Talked to a patron earlier, and they're kind of upset that this keeps happening here at this mall. I believe this is the 4th shooting at this mall. What is you guys are doing to make sure that you have more eyes than expected for something like this to never happen again?
Right. The Atlanta Police Department has provided an incredible amount of enhanced visibility by having officers here throughout the week. These are brazen acts that are being committed, within the presence of law enforcement officers, and we're going to continue to work, with the extra job coordinator here, with mall security, to ensure that we're providing the presence that where we can take back this space. I mean, these are, like I said, these are brazen acts of violence. It's intolerable, and we're going to do everything we can, provide the resources, all the resources that we can to ensure that we're doing everything possible to prevent this from happening.
And Major, you're talking about just this being brazen acts of violence, but also this is senseless. Right now, you guys are looking at this all being over a parking spot. Can you talk a little bit to that?
Well, all of the incidents, stemming from the beginning of the year, have been senseless tragedies. Anytime somebody produces a firearm and shoots somebody over any conflict, we start to worry about how people want to resolve their conflicts. So this is something that we deal with all over the city. It's been very unfortunate that we've had multiple incidents here at the mall, but this is a large mall that's an attraction for all the residents of Atlanta and outside of the city, and people come here from all walks of life to visit. So we're dealing with a large population every day that comes here, and a very diverse crowd. So it's challenging.
This is the 4th shooting in 4 months, I believe. Is that correct?
Roughly, yes.
And this is the first time that someone has died, though, correct?
No.
Someone else?
Yeah, we had a shooting in the food court lot that was the result of what we believe to be a drug transaction that went bad. So that was involving some sort of nefarious activity. In all cases, before this one, we have made arrests or have identified and taken out warrants for the individuals responsible for the shooting.
So this is the second death then?
Correct.
And the person you guys have in custody, the suspect is the person that actually shot the guy?
We don't know at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure that out.
Major,
Like-
can you talk about what's next with the investigation? So, do you know where these 3 other individuals that you, or so do you know like what direction they went into? Did they leave on foot? Did they get into another car?
So there's a lot of video cameras out here. So we're in the process of reviewing all the video footage, all the different angles, trying to identify where the suspects ran, what they were wearing. So we're in the process of doing that
But
right
you're
now.
not looking for another car. You believe they fled on foot.
That's correct, yes.
What's the message, Captain, that you want to get out to the public? Obviously, like I said earlier, you got people that, are concerned, that every time, you hear shootings at a mall, the first mall that comes up is this one. What's the message you want to get to the public about exactly what you guys are doing in safety?
Right. Well, as I mentioned before, this is a premier retail space for people to go from all over the metropolitan Atlanta area. This is a prime concern for us. We have dedicated a tremendous amount of resources, Atlanta police resources, to this area, and we will continue to do so until we can take back this space.
Take it back. Is it safe here in Lenox Mall?
It is safe. It is safe. We've had a number of different incidents where we've had that stem from nefarious activities. It is safe. For the average person coming here, this is a safe place to be. There's a tremendous amount of police officers here, tremendous amount of security, and we wouldn't want to discourage people from coming to the mall.
Really quick, there appears to be 2 different cars that crashed into each other outside the Nike store. Were those the 2 cars involved in this?
We believe that those were the 2 that were involved, yes.
What can you tell us about the suspect you have in custody?
The suspect in custody is just one of what we believe to be 4 suspects that fled one of the vehicles, and it's early on in the investigation. Our homicide unit it hasn't even gotten around to interviewing that person yet, so we don't know how that person was involved.
So was the shooting, were they in the car? There was 2 cars that looked like they crashed into each other. Did the shooting happen from a car?
We don't believe so. We don't believe that that's what happened. The victim was outside of the vehicle when it occurred. So we're trying to put all the pieces together at this point.